After the recent ESO Live event, where the developers talked about the class identity changes that they were going to be making inside of the Elder Scrolls Online, it left the community with one big question, and I've seen this being talked about a lot on the forums. That is, how long will this take? The reason that the community is kind of worried about this, they said they had been working on the Dragonknight for the last 5 months, and it's not even done yet. So the community kind of has the idea that each class is going to take 6 months plus. I'm not sure if that's the case, at least I hope it's not. I'm wondering if the Dragonknight is taking so long, considering they did say they started with the Dragonknight because it had the most work that needed to be done. So I'm hoping that all the classes will not take as long to complete, because I do understand why the community is a bit worried about this, because if it takes 6 months plus for each class, that's going to be 3 years plus to get all of them done. And then the question is everything they've done, will it even matter in the end, or will it be outdated again? So let's just say, for example, it took 4 years to get all of this completed. Would the changes to the Dragonknight, the very first class they worked on, will it be outdated by that point, considering you will have a lot of in-game updates after they've moved on from that class? Will the team they have working on this be able to work on each individual class, but also go back in and update the classes that they've already completed? And I think that's the biggest concern when it comes to, the time frame of this. I still don't think it's going to take that long, like I said, or at least I hope it does not take that long to get each individual class completed. But some may take longer than others. And I think this is going to be something where the community is going to have a little patience here and just hope that it works out. And I know that's kind of a crazy thing to say, because a lot of people will probably think the same thing when they heard that they were doing this to begin with that I did. My first thought was that they've struggled to get class identity right in 10 years. Are they going to be able to do it in the next, 1 to 3 years? The only good thing I can see from this is they have a dedicated team working on it, to where in the past it seemed like they had, a bigger team working on it, working on a lot of other stuff as well. So some stuff kind of just fell through the cracks and didn't get fixed over time, and that's kind of the state we're in right now inside of ESO with a lot of different things in the game. But actually having a dedicated team working on this could be a good thing, like I said, as long as they can continue to work on the class, whichever one they're on at that time, but also go back and work on the other classes to get them in line and not let them get outdated by new updates. Leave me a comment with your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is going to be a really, really long process like some in the community do? Or do you think it's going to be one of those things where some classes seem like they take a really long time and some are done a little bit quicker? I kind of feel like that's going to be what goes on inside of the game. I think some classes are going to be a bit more of a struggle to get right inside of ESO compared to others. And hopefully when this is all said and done, the class identity and everything will be somewhat of a better state than it is right now. I don't expect it to be perfect, but as long as it is better than what we have in-game currently, hopefully that will be an improvement. Anyway, leave me a comment with your thoughts. And of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.